Let's be honest, plant replacements are part of everyday life for plantscapers. Sometimes it's a plant, sometimes it's a planter. Either way, replacements are inevitable. Now, from the outside, it might look simple. A plant died? Just yank it out and pop a new one in. But if you run a plant service business, you know it's one of the most complex workflows in the entire operation. First, someone has to spot the issue. Then, someone else has to review the request and choose a suitable replacement, factoring in style, budget, lighting, and whether the new plant will actually survive in that location. After that, the replacement needs to be sourced and purchased, often inspected for quality, delivered to site, and finally, installed. And throughout this process, the company has to stay on top of costs and make sure everything stays within the allocated budget. To support this end-to-end process, we've built a whole replacement management system, tailored specifically to the needs of plant service companies. It helps you collect and process requests, manage each step, and always stay aware of costs and budget status. It's all based on a ticket system. When someone submits a replacement request, a ticket is created with all the key information. As it moves through the workflow, the status updates, from reviewing to sourcing, from delivering to installing, and finally to completed. And along the way, any ticket can be edited. Say, if a supervisor decides a different plant would be a better fit than the one originally requested. In the back office, you'll find two replacement-related sections for this. Open Replacements, where you manage all active requests, and the Replacement Report, which holds a history of completed, denied, or deleted replacements. So now we are in the Open Replacements. Here, you'll see all your active tickets, sorted by the date of creation, so the most recent requests are always on top. Overdue tickets are clearly marked in red, making it easy to spot what needs immediate attention. Each ticket shows what's been requested, where, and by whom, plus lighting conditions, priority level, and whether this replacement is recurring. You'll also see a cost column, where you can add the expense for this replacement, either while the ticket is still open or after it's been completed. You can add this cost manually, or mark a group of tickets, and group edit the incurred cost. Tracking these costs is crucial, because they feed directly into your budget section. There, you can see how each site is performing against its replacement budget, and how much budget remains. We've created a separate video on how to set up and monitor service site budgets in real time. Definitely check that out if you haven't yet. Now, whenever someone files a replacement request, it first lands in Open Replacements with a status of reviewing, waiting for a supervisor to review it. These are marked with an exclamation mark, and can be filtered or sorted just like any other status. Let's open one of these tickets. You'll see which site and display it refers to, who submitted it, when, and why. You'll also see any supporting details, like lighting info, the due date, and the priority level. Next, you'll find what plant or planter is currently there, and what's being requested as a replacement, along with a photo if one was included. At the bottom, the supervisor has quick options to approve or deny. They can also tweak the request before approving, for instance, by selecting a different plant variety. For your convenience, there is also an option to select a group of tickets, and bulk approve them, or even bulk delete them. If a request is denied, the supervisor can enter a reason, which the original requester will see in their app. That ticket is then marked as denied and automatically moved to the replacement report for future reference. If approved, the ticket moves to the next step, sourcing, and then to delivering, installing, and finally, completed. Right now, these steps are changed manually, but we're already working on full automation that will update statuses for you, as materials are ordered, delivered, and installed. Most tickets will come from the field, but you can also create a request directly from the back office. The form is the same in both cases, simple but powerful. You'll select the service site, the specific display, and whether you're replacing a plant or a planter. You'll also be asked for the reason, the priority, and the due date. Note that if you don't select a priority, it defaults to medium, but the reason and due date are required. And a tip: the more time you give for replacements, the better chance your company has to source affordable materials, because urgency always comes at a cost. Next, you'll choose the plant or planter to be replaced. If there's already an open ticket for that item, the system will block duplicates to prevent confusion. You'll also see some helpful shortcuts. Exactly the same, which auto-fills the current variety. Supervisor's choice, if you want them to decide something else, which opens a field to specify the new variety. You can also add a photo, or snap one if you're filing a request from your app. While optional, we strongly recommend including images. They help supervisors make faster, better decisions. Now let's talk about recurring replacements. These are ideal for plants with short lifespans, like orchids or bromeliads, where you already know how often you want to rotate them. Once set, the system will auto-generate future tickets based on your chosen frequency, like every 4 weeks, until you cancel the workflow. Let's create one and check how it looks. In open replacements, you'll always see 3 months worth of upcoming tickets for these recurring items, each with its own due date. And if you happen to complete one early or late, the system will automatically adjust the due dates of the rest of the series to stay on track. Need to plan a purchase run? You can also export your open replacements, applying filters first, like create date or location, to get only what you need. Now let's look at the replacement report. This section holds the full history of your closed requests, completed, denied, or deleted. They are automatically sorted by the closing date, with the most recently closed items always on top. Like the rest of the system, it comes with powerful filters and export options, so if you need stats or records for reporting, it's all just a click away. Plant replacements may seem routine, but behind the scenes, they're one of the most complex workflows in the plant service business. Multiple stakeholders, multiple steps, and multiple scenarios, from who orders the material to who delivers and installs it. Our goal is to automate as much of this process as possible, and we're currently working on new features like deliveries and assignments to make this workflow even smoother. Until then, we're all ears. If you have ideas on how to improve replacements, just hit Feature Idea in the back office and tell us what you'd love to see next. We're building this with you, and for you.